Start with the new topic, that is the drugstore management and the inventory control. First of all, what are the organization of the drugstore? So every hospital should have a medical store for the purpose of procuring, stocking and distributing the drugs and the medicines to the various departments. So stores should have standard specifications of materials, and since the stores procure the drugs on behalf of the departments for regular flow of material, the condition of the storage should be proper. So the site selection for a drugstore should be a population density, number of the physician, proximity of the physician and the healthcare centers, number of already existing drugstore, nearness of the market, nearness to a packing facility. It should be traffic count and income group of the people in the area. What are the age group of the people in the area, and the scope for expansion, and the economic factor. So there are the features for a good layout design. It should be proper ventilated and it should be located on the ground floor close to the pharmacy, and it must have the two entries, one for the receiving and other for the issuing the materials, and there should be a proper illumination. Walls and roofs should be painted with washable paint, and sufficient number of wooden or steel racks should be provided, and the movement of men and material should be minimized, thus saving the time and the cost. Fast moving items should kept near the counter, while the slow moving items are kept at the back of the shelves, like FSN or HML. FSN stand for fast moving, slow moving and non moving. HML stands for heavy, medium, and light material. Bulky items should store at the bottom of the cell because it will be there will be no chances for the spillage if it been slipped from the hands while taking it. Surgical instruments should store in a separate rack. Cash counters, wrapping counters should be located near the entrance. This is a basic layout of the pharmacy. Like there is a recipient area, there is a waiting area, there is a issuing area, cold storage area, inspector area, and the table for the employees. So for the perpetual inventory system, the system enables the manufacturers to know about the actual position of the materials which is available in the stores without undergoing the difficult task of the physical stock verification. And under this system, proper examination with regard to receipt issue and the balance of material in hand is being done, and every time a receipt or issue is made, the entire stock is rechecked. For the bin card system, this is the document maintained by the storekeeper in his store to keep the record of all the items of materials and goods in his store. So bin card services for the purpose of providing ready references. It shows a quantities of each materials received, issued, and in stock. So each recipient issue or return is recorded on a bin card in a chronological order, and the latest balance is shown after each receipt and issue. You can see a example here, like they have been appointed with the 1 2 3, or like first is the panel, row, rack or bin. If we can say A5B3, it means panel panel A, panel first, fifth, second row, third rack and four bin. This means a panel A, fifth row, rack 5B, and the bin 3. Materials can be entered in the ledger or bin cards in alphabetical order, but this may cause the problem as number of drugs are known by different name. They can be stored depending upon their therapeutic effect. Store ledger, it says, Kept in the cost accounting department, it is generally maintained in the form of loose leaf cards because they can be easily removed and inserted. And the continuous stock taking can be maintained under the system. Only a limited number of items are verified on a day, and the selection of the items of the materials get checked up at least certain number of times in a year, and the checking of a particular item eventually distributed during the period. The selected number of items are counted daily or at a frequent intervals and compared with the bin card store ledger, record the balances, and their correctness can be verified by means of physical verification. In case of any difference between the recorded and the actual balances, it has to be pointed out to the management. So what are the advantages for this inventory control system? Or in on account of continuous stock verification, the balance in the stock can be known at any time during the year, and it will be helpful in formulating the proper purchase policies. A detailed and store reliable check is obtained. Errors and shortages of stocks are readily discovered, and efforts are made to avoid the shortage in future. Continuous stock verification will make the stock keep more vigilant and efficient. Next is the capital investment in the materials will be under control, and it makes the available correct stock figures for claims to be lodged with the insurance company in case of damage. Next is the storage condition. So the drugs are to be stored, all kind of materials like capsules, tablets, liquid, dosage forms, injections, cold storage for antibiotics, biologics, or we can keep lock and key system for narcotic and psychotropic substances. Separate tracks for poisons, like cold temperature should be 2 to 8 degrees centigrade, and cool temperature should be 8 to 25 degree. Room temperature is the prevailing in the working area. Warm is 30 to 40, and excessive heat at any temperature above 40 degree. Store management, in store management, storage at a cool temperature, like they have listed different drugs in a list. Like list A contain all those drugs which are kept at a cool temperature about 2 to 8 degree, like sera vaccines, whole human blood, normal human plasma, thrombin, thromboplastin, viber in solution, oxytocin, vasopressin, insulin preparation. And the list B contained the cold storage drugs which kept at 8 to 25 degrees centigrade. It includes all the antibiotics, blood preparations, hormone preparations, vitamin preparations, and others. So this is all about the store management and the inventory control of a hospital. So that keep in mind to maintain a inventory so that you can get a actual report about the pharmacy, drugs presents on a pharmacy, and you will also get to know what are the drugs has been dispensed to the pharmacy, to the patients, and what are the drugs you have received fresh and what you have already in the stock. So that will be very easy to maintain the budget also, because you will not include all those drugs which is already stocked in the pharmacy, and this will help the budget preparation member to let make the cost cutting, and make the emergency drug, and you can purchase the emergency drug without a cost.